Hey, Pavi.
Hey!
So nice to see you.
Just met you guys.
Yes.
Not an hour before.
Not an hour before.
We haven't already yapped about everything we should have spoken on this podcast.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to meeting a comic that you like, then what happens is you really can't contain yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a comic is like that kid who is at the racing car starting line and you have to tell, hey, wait, dude, like, allow for it to. I was looking forward to this because let me tell you, our guest today, Pavitra Shetty, one of the funniest comics. If you haven't seen her live yet, please do follow her on Insta and check out her live show details. As I'd told Noel before as well, this person is an assassin whom you don't like. Don't go by the looks, okay? As far as Pavitra is concerned, she is hilarious. Pavi, I've met you after a very long time. You just wrapped up a tour, one of your first tours, if I'm not wrong, like on that scale.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while, but yeah, we met very late, so it was recent for you.
Yes.
That's what a comic does. Recently, I went on a tour.
Exactly.
So it's always recent. Even after 2 years, it will still be recent. But yeah, I mean, थोड़े tickets बिक गए तो हम चले गए यार.
Yes, it feels nice, na?
Yeah, it feels like, what? Who are these people who want to watch me? Like, it's a little, okay, that doesn't sound wrong, right? But like,
it is that start. You have to change that level of self-doubt into realization.
Yeah,
It takes time.
It feels weird. It's just like, maybe they were just all free. Maybe the tickets were priced too low.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to just come heck. I don't know. Just it's like you think of every other possible reason, but it was nice. It was surprisingly good to have people want to watch you.
The first tour, of course, that's the polite thing to say that you loved all the places.
Yeah.
But let's legit rank like the most fun place. Okay.
Bangalore.
Bangalore.
It's so nice, dude. They buy tickets so quickly. Like, they don't wait till the last moment. Like, Bangalore plans, okay. So, the thing is, so many cities, like, the tickets don't sell till like a day before. Until then, you think your show is getting cancelled. And one day before, then the tickets go and you're like, oh, fuck, abhi flight ke tickets kitne bade? I'm like, your planning my planning depends on your planning. Can you bitches just plan better? So it's so annoying. But Bangalore will plan in advance, and because of that, you can put a second show. And I'm like, what? 2 shows back to back? Will I be able to do it? So it's like, and I used to always think like I'm high energy comic. I can do it, but I'm like, I'm a high energy comic, has to do high energy twice back to back. And I was like, oh my god, this is quite tiring, guys. लोगों को हंसाना बहुत मेहनत वाली काम है. So, but yeah, so that's why I love Bangalore, because they're very enthu about comedy, like, and they know everyone. It's not like they're just like the ticket sellers who sell like within minutes. They're not just crazy about them, they're crazy about even us chunnu-munnus. They're like, अरे तुम्हें भी chance देंगे, तुम आओ तो सही, तुम्हें we'll make you feel like a star. Like, I was walking in like a dark lane at night, and someone recognized me there. I'm like, I can't recognize my friend who I'm walking with right now, dude. I know that because she's there next to me and we already met in the light. Like, how have you even recognized me? It's like, it's really dark. So then I felt very good, dude. I was just like, mask and all, छोड़ो, ये तो अंधेरे में मुझे recognize कर रहे तो. And then she took photos in that dark. I don't know what she got, but okay.
Yeah, nobody's going to believe her.
I think she had some tech that is still being beta tested in Bangalore.
Yeah, very, very possible. Man,
a very specific sort of, she ends up showing that photo to everyone. I'm like, no, dude, you're by yourself. What are you saying? You met Pavitra.
Even you're not in this photo. Like, it's just a photo of the road.
I can't even imagine how irritating it would be when you're trying to turn stand-up into a legitimate career, and then the audience exists for you, but they book tickets at the last minute, and now it has eaten up, like the last minute flight booking has eaten up into your whatever margin.
Your profit margins, dude. It's so annoying. Like Nagpur, we cancelled, okay? Like Shreya and I, another comic, very funny. Shreya and I, we did a tour together because we're like, सारे साथ में mistakes करेंगे, साथ में खाना खाएंगे different cities में. Like, stand-up was very like third, fourth on our list. We were like मस्ती करेंगे, खाना खाएंगे, पार्टी करेंगे. उसके बाद stand up हो गया तो कर लेंगे.
वो तो 1 घंटा करना है ना.
हाँ,
बाकी
whatever.
करना
So we were like okay, kicked about it, but then we were like okay, कुछ बिक ही नहीं रहा. Even one day before तक नहीं बिका. So we were like cancel. Why to waste money? This to go for 6 people. It doesn't make sense. Next day, some 40 people have called with group reservations on the day, and I'm like, you really think मेरा बाप और मेरी माँ का पैसे ऐसे ही पड़ा हुआ है कि अरे इसको अभी बुक करा के हेलीकॉप्टर में भेज देंगे?
That's the audience giving you a flip in the end.
Yeah, man, I was so upset and irritated, but yeah.
I've noticed that after speaking to a couple of comics, if you're touring and you're going outside tier 1 cities, in the sense that if you're going outside big metro cities who have adopted online booking, outside those, when you're going to cities like Nagpur, people haven't adopted Book My Show online ticketing platforms.
Yeah.
It's mostly a call and then 8 tickets and I'll buy it from the window. They still have a legit ticket window.
Correct.
You know, and that's I think
just how they do stuff.
Then they should do black में tickets also. We should get more money. If we are getting the getting the pros and the calls, that सब कुछ मिलना चाहिए हमें. We should only sell back.
Your opening act is selling black tickets.
Buy last minute. This will only happen.
There's a late bird to the early bird.
Yeah.
There's an early bird section. The early bird gets the worm, but we know you lazy fucker.
Late birds will get the black ticket.
That was such a interesting color to adopt for everything that seems illegal or rule breaking, right? Like black ticket. And when I was a kid, the first time I heard this, where my parents were discussing कि हाँ black में मिल जाएगा बाहर, I was like, what do they mean? Like when they gave me the ticket, I expected a black
ticket.
Like it was written like it was a better ticket. And then I just realized, oh no, it's just somebody who's trying to earn 10 rupees extra on everything. So he's just come early, bought the tickets and now is selling.
Yeah, and you always felt like don't worry, black में मिल जाएगा was a comfort, and I'm just like not realizing I'm paying extra for that because they bought it earlier.
Fee.
But I'm just like black में मिल जाएगा ना, मिल तो जाएगा, हमें picture देखने तो मिल जाएगा. I think that's how Nagpur people also thought. Like, मिल तो जाएगा ना, like भूया suckers, हम तो आए नहीं. Nagpur, if you're watching, please buy tickets on time.
Or just buy them from the window, and next time you're planning a show, just tell them, hey, let's say that get the tickets at the window. You know, just sell it so that you are able to be in Nagpur, have some great, Sauji mutton and whatnot, and then sleep on stage.
Post show party.
You were talking about, you mentioned convenience fees, right? Like this is something that has been a pet peeve for me for some time. Now that we're talking about BMS and the other ticketing platforms, okay, it's incredibly convenient to go ahead and just tuck. But have you noticed, like at the checkout, suddenly if the ticket price is 350 or whatever, they'll end up charging like 50, $100 extra, and they slot it as convenience fees.
And causing inconvenience to the person who is booking the freaking ticket. I don't actually, I haven't bought a ticket in so long because we are just at the receiving end of the... someone else is usually booking and I'm just GPaying directly. So like...
you have a lot of
so
people.
you have the true convenience.
You owe a lot of people.
I think they're adding convenience fee and telling me to that. They're like, uske upar 50 rupees and then you send it to us. So...
suddenly everybody like, अरे मैं 700 भरा यार पवित्रा.
Everyone else is just paying 600. What's up? But
Pretty cool. So Nagpur, that happened. Bangalore, you enjoyed a lot. Which rooms you played at in Bangalore?
Bangalore, we did this. Man, it's been now a while.
No,
August.
Were you in Indira Nagar? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Art Coach. Art Coach, man. Yep. Thank God. They will not invite me back. So we did like 2 shows there, and then that was the Shreya and my wala tour. Then I did my solo. I started my solo also in Bangalore, where I sold 2 sold out shows. 2 pitches, and that was at fuck, I need to remember. I right now remember Bombay ke venues only is a big deal. It was in July, August, guys. I don't remember.
No,
but
that's okay.
like that day particularly, like usually they block out, it's a cafe ka upar wala floor basically, and they block out the whole floor. But some construction was happening, so they had to open part of the upar wala section for people to sit and eat, and they're not bought
For the
tickets.
show, huh?
And now I'm just like, oh god, what do we do? Like, are we supposed to fight? And I was in no mood to fight, so I was like, chal baithne do. But if they start talking,
Yeah.
so then, you know, what the hell? So I was like, okay, I will involve them also. And then in that process, now they got a free show, but at least it's better than them disrupting my show.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I was just like, fuck.
A lot of people are unaware of how big of a role environment generally plays
Yeah.
in a good show.
Yeah.
A good comic, a good host will still try to
Yeah.
ensure that the distractions don't take away from
over,
the
yeah.
show. But there's a huge amount
Yeah.
of illiteracy that comes with.
Yeah.
No, because you can't see, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What anyone sees at first glance as stand-up is,
Yeah.
okay, you just need a spot to stand, you need a mic
Yeah.
stand, you need a stool max.
Yeah. They're like, it's never the audience, it's always the comic. I'm like, no, sometimes it is the audience and sometimes it is the environment.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, if your mic isn't working, if the lights are not right, if there is sound noise, if there's disturbance, someone is again and again serving drinks,
Yeah.
interrupting, the number of times your flow can get disturbed. Like, I was performing on Diwali and every fatakda has gone just one line before my punchline. Dude, I have gotten so fucking pissed off. I'm just like, no, you can't do this. I'm just I'm like literally venting at a firework.
Yeah.
Okay? And people
Yeah.
are just like, who is she talking to? I'm like, I don't care right now. I just need to get this out of my system. So I lost it out of fireworks.
Yeah,
So,
you can't. Your voice can't compete with fireworks.
Yeah. It's
And fireworks are anyway fireworks need their own time.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
fireworks. Otherwise, the noise interrupts everybody's
Every-
time.
It's like fireworks and the national anthem.
Yeah.
I've seen people stop for both.
Yeah, for both.
For both. They're just like, okay, just wait. Just wait, dude. You
Yeah.
can't do anything.
Oh man, yeah. Beep out the national anthem part. Just
Yeah, of course.
Just to be safe.
Beep out her reminding her the beeping also.
This whole section is brought to you by beep 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 beep.
That's the
Yeah.
beauty about having people really don't understand that you will as an audience miss censorship more than we will.
Yeah.
You think we are on the losing end of it?
Yeah.
Guys, you have no idea.
Yeah, and everyone's complaining is like things are no longer that funny. Things they don't make comedy like before. No, we can't make. We're not allowed to make. You come for live shows, you'll see how much fun you have,
Yeah.
and then cut to like whatever comes on OTT is just like filtered.
Oh, of course. No, it's like, you know how people complain about like paragliding and all, there's a guy
Yeah.
behind your road. That's censorship.
Yeah.
He's literally a guy on your shoulder telling you, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever like you think, does that happen to you? You're thinking about a really good bit. You're enjoying this bit. You know,
Yeah.
it's thin, it's perfect, there's no fat on
Yeah.
it, and then you get edit notes on that, and you just feel like one of those monkeys of Gandhiji. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
It's good. Like, let them listen. Just allow them to listen.
Man, now to before writing the joke, I only am self-canceling myself. I'm just like, ये तो हो ही नहीं. Like, why to even give myself that little glimmer of hope कि ये stage तक जा सकता है?
Yeah.
I only am like, Bobby, this is not going to work out. Don't even get yourself excited. Then randomly, because it's now saved in the subconscious somewhere, so in some crowd work, it will come out, and then you'll be like, "Chalo, thoda satisfaction. It has come out of your system at
Yeah,
least."
yeah.
But yeah, it's quite
It's
sad.
like allowing somebody to step out in the sun for some time.
Yeah.
Get enough vitamin D,
But- and then
come back.
bring them back in. Yeah.
Just so that the bit survives till the next
Yeah.
show. After the Comicstaan 3 eyeball, the first eyeball moment was you selling out 2 shows, right?
Yeah.
And that's like your professional, like,
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
milestone,
Yeah.
right? Personally, has life changed at all? Dating become easier?
Oh no.
No?
Men are still stupid, no? Comicstaan is not going to improve the quality of men. the issue wasn't that मुझे कोई चुन नहीं रहा था, मैं लोगों को नहीं चुन रही थी क्योंकि पागल ही तो है आदमी लोग. वही अभी सिर्फ they message saw you on Comicstaan and I don't know why I read it also in that creepy tone. Saw you on Comicstaan.
They think that's an opening line for you now.
Yeah, and I hate like if anyone recognizes, I'm immediately like no.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, you first at least like connect on something else and then bring it up. Okay, I happen to also see or something.
Yeah.
Like just then you're approaching as a fan and like not as a love interest or like interest or crush whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is just so I so immediately left. So I'm like thanks, but whatever. Like in my head, I'm just like thanks and left swipe because this could have happened on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? It's just stupid. So that though not at all dating. No changes whatsoever. But. Yeah, I think like comedy wise, like just the mentoring was really cool. I think like we learned so much from each one of them because again, all mentors very different styles. And they have also like a lot of them have performed because most of the mentors are from Bombay.
Yeah.
So I've performed with them on lineup. So they've seen me so many times that they remember my arc and they were like, you used to do this before, you've forgotten this joke used to land earlier better because you used to do this without realizing. And then it's like therapy, like I told you, like it was just, you know these things, but you've forgotten them over like while, and then they just remind you that this is how it should be done. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like, so I just got more confident, I think, in my craft. I said, अब हो सकता है because थोड़ा वो like गान पे आग that last minute also you were writing and it's working. So that also is just that, oh, अगर है गान पे आग तो लिख सकते हो तुम, वरना you feel like मेरे पास सिर्फ इतना ही मटेरियल है जिंदगी में, उसके आगे नहीं हो पाएगा.
No, I never believe that, dude. Whenever I hear comics say that line, na, ki, dude, I don't know what I've been able, like, I've run out of, you can get tired, I believe, like post writing your hour or doing a special. I've heard a lot of people, you feel empty for some time because you've just purged yourself of everything. But if you're not able to write, it's not that you've run out of things to write. You need to fix something
in your No, it's also a lot to do with like your style, right? Like for me, I speak a lot about personal life events. So there are like, I will obviously always have a lot of personal life events, but the funniest one, top 10 funniest will always probably be the ones which are now released on YouTube, say. So that is the thing. It's not like you will not run out, but will it always be as good as the previous personal? Because like you can't compete with some of the stupid shit you've done in your childhood. Like like, that's not fabricated. Like now if I have to, maybe I'll create an experience so that I have something to write about.
Or I think skill fills in that
skill fills in to like make a very simple thing look different. Like where if people who do topical comedy, they're more confident. They're like that the world is only handling material for them, like politicians.
I'm talking about what happened today.
Today. So that, but also then their jokes are short-lived, so they have to keep changing because you're like, "Arey, abhi, you guys remember when this?" They're like, "No, we don't," and then they're like, "Oh no." So observational forever.
Like those guys will be so relieved when a time machine is created.
Just
like going under the joke.
Remember, don't 1 second. Get back.
One of the worst heckles to a person who does topical jokes is रद्दी वाले को बुलाया नहीं क्या तू? बुलाना देना पेपर नया ले. When you get distance in terms of time from a childhood story, I think you're better able to process the embarrassment. So you're able to frame it and laugh with other people at it. That way, childhood is always like a mine.
And also because you don't remember it fully, so then when you fabricate, it doesn't feel inauthentic. It just feels like this is your version of the story, and you believe yourself. And like I think some of it is what actually happened, and some of it is what you think happened, and some of it is what you want it should be because that punchline works better. So it's just like there is little bit of sprinkling of lies, but chalta hai itna to.
The earthquake says that, na? I find a little bit of truth and then I stretch it into a big ass lie.
So hard,
Yeah, and that is why people should always take jokes with a
Grain of salt,
let us be serious about it.
Yeah.
You don't get serious about jokes like, did he mean it? No, I did not mean it. You know, like a small dwarf did not fall on his head.
Yeah.
It did not happen.
Yeah.
It's just for the joke so that we can laugh.
Yeah. Which is why green room conversations are way more funnier than
yes.
like so many. Most comics are like so funny off stage, and then you're like on stage, you're like, बेचारा ये सब बोल ही नहीं पाएंगे.
You can clearly see, oh, that's the work comic.
Yeah,
Like, you know.
it's just so annoying. But yeah, this offense though is another whole episode only. But yeah.
I think till it comes to your doorstep, you should treat it like I treat it like truffles. Like मेरा जिंदगी में नहीं है. मेरे इधर तो क्या बता रहा?
Yeah, but like this was one of my fear of becoming even slightly like famous. That shit, because earlier I would say so much shit. It's a live show and I can get away with it because they'll be like, उस लड़की ने कुछ तो बोला. They won't remember which लड़की. Like now, even if someone doesn't, even if they don't like me, but they'll probably know that she is Pavitra and I don't like her. Like they'll know me in different forms of like fame also has like the slight of
that
whatever.
double-edged sword
I
is
don't call
there.
it fame, whatever this little eyeballs.
No, it's
Let's
an
call
Ice
it a-
Cube fame.
Ice Cube
Not the
fame,
trait,
yeah.
so
It's
to
an
say.
Ice Cube fame. Mein also, I'll just be like, they know my name now. They know where to find me, and they know I said this in this live show. So I just get a little worried that I was like, fuck, you can't say anything with that bindasness.
It's fame with not all the benefits.
Yeah.
But clearly
So
all
many
the.
Yeah.
Because the scale of how many opinions you're trying to process, that bandwidth is ridiculous
Yeah.
for one human being.
Yeah.
And that's why if you try to do that to yourself, you lose it. Dude.
Yeah.
You'll have
Which is why I feel you should just not have people look up to you, because then there'll be no expectations only. Then how can you shatter them?
Yeah, and also I've met people I've looked up to.
Yeah,
They didn't
it's
live
so
up to my
bad. You never
expectations.
meet your heroes, man. Like, it's too sad. That
It's
is
terrible.
another story altogether of like, because now like that we're writing, we have to meet celebrities, and I'm just like so excited before the meeting, and then I go and I'm just like, oh no, my whole childhood is a lie. And then I have to process it like in my dreams. I have dreams where they actually explain that, oh, that day I had a bad day. Which is why, Pavi, I was so weird, otherwise I'm just amazing to be around. And not even like one dream, okay, like 5 days continuously. It's like affected me so much. Like, yeah.
Like the apologies just getting better
Better
with
and
every
better.
day.
I'm just
Your
like
mind is
refining the
redrafting.
script. Yeah, I'm just like, this makes sense. Because every day I'm just like, no, but what about that?
Yeah.
And then they're like, let me think about this and get back to you tomorrow. So
In the third dream, there's like a caressing of the cheek.
Once
I'm
again, there
sorry.
was holding hands and like just like, a little bit of that also happened. The cheeks didn't happen, but hand holding happened. So yeah, this is how my subconscious is my therapist basically.
Has that voice of your knowledge of yourself, has that voice made itself known in a dream, like you're conscious of it? It has happened to me once and it was very weird because I remembered it very well. There was something, I was dreaming there was something nice happening to me, and then I just heard my own voice saying, yeah, this is a dream, you know that, right?
Yeah.
And it just felt like my inner voice is stealing my dreams from
Yeah,
me, dude.
yeah.
Like, at least allow the dream in dreams.
But mine actually protects me in the sense, like, because I have OCD, like severe OCD. So, like, I have situations where I'm put in, like, an OCD attack in my dreams. I'm trying to set something right, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to do this, then do this. And then my brain is like, this is a dream. You don't need to process this. You can actually drop it. So, mine is a savior. Like, I think my subconscious is like really cool. I'm just figuring it out. Like, I mean, probably your subconscious needs to become friends with my subconscious and learn a little. Like, my subconscious is like Sharma ji of subconsciouses. Is like, इससे सीखो कैसे बनते हैं अच्छे. Like, it's giving you all hand holding moments. उसका बोल रहा है तू चूतिया है तू चूतिया है.
Hey, idhar aa, chup.
Yeah, so my Sabu is cute.
Sabu's cute.
Yeah.
Sabu's doing his job.
Yeah, he's doing his job well.
That's nice, dude.
Yeah.
When it comes to your OCD, is there like a specific? I don't know the scale. There's different scales
so,
of it, right? So
yeah, so mine has been like very different across different age groups. Like when I was younger, it was more with respect to like cleanliness.
Okay.
Then it became with respect to like superstitions.
Okay.
And then, so like cleanliness would be like, okay, if my brother would come back from playing and he would touch my textbooks, I'd feel my textbook has become impure. So I would drop it in a bucket of water. And then I would like dry it with a hair dryer, and it would be like left to right stop, left to right stop, left to right stop,
Okay.
left to right stop. Like, so it's full left to right, left to right. And then uske baad superstition was just like ki if before an exam paper I have to have 5 rupee dairy milk and 5 rupee peppy. If the paper goes well, then 10 rupee dairy milk and 10 rupee peppy. So like those were the superstitions. Then it became more with respect to like organization of thoughts. So like that's why anything if I have to do, I'll just like making notes. Because I'm like, if I put it there, then I don't have to overthink it here. So it became more of that. Then it was orientation of objects. So I'll just keep adjusting things like till it doesn't feel like it's right. So that can take up a lot of your time. And usually sometimes एक shot में हो जाता है, but अगर नहीं हुआ तो you're just like नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है. Then you're like, oh no, नहीं हो रहा है, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? Like, so it's quite annoying. So yeah, so that so then I also whatever therapy also when you go they make you take those tests. So they'll know कि कितना severe है, like how much can you resist your compulsions. Like I know people who said कि हाँ one day we stopped and then it happened. And I was just like, how did you stop? But it's just so tough. So like obviously, so it was just like severities of it as such.
and I think it clues in with a very personal, long human part of you, right? Like it has been growing with you.
For me, like I'm also very fond of my OCD because it makes you feel like you're a whole. Like when I check all of this is done, I feel like I've done my task. Like how we were discussing, like, no, Sonali has a list of things to do, and you said like she also feels very whole because of that. Like, so I also have that with like other checklists. So it's just like you feel like, ha, ho gaya, maine kar diya apne task. I feel like it's like my superpower as such. Because,
It's like a system that
because I'm able to be highly functional because of that. Like otherwise I would just be like, whatever. But I'm like, this is keeping me on board. Like, okay, get things done, get shit done. So yeah,
it can work out for you, man. Like OCD in the way that if I'm a thief or a bandit or something like I want somebody with OCD in the planning stages who's just going over.
I've caught a thief because of my OCD because I know exactly where my things in my room are. Like you shifted by a millimeter, I will know. So when I used to stay in Chennai, I used to live with 8 other girls, and this chick, we were like outside home, and she entered our room and she opened my cupboard and she opened things. And when I came back, and everyone else didn't notice because in a pile, if the pile has changed, you can't really tell how much the pile has changed. But I was just like, this and this has been definitely touched. I know it for sure. And then we like confronted her, and then she admitted, and then she was changed. So yeah.
She was like, no, I didn't. And then you don't know my superpowers. Okay?
Yeah. It's like, why is this off by 1 degree longitude, huh? I can tell that you have gotten into this cupboard. So yeah, that is a thing my parents also hate, because now it's like no entry in my room. My room is a museum. Nobody's allowed to enter.
Okay.
Nobody can touch. If you enter, you can't touch. So proper museum. So I only will do jhadu, pocha, everything. So if by chance, like when I'm out of town, they're like, dekh lete yaar, iske room mein kya? And I'm like, I know you've touched this, you've touched that. Why has this been moved? And they're like, oh my God, how is she doing it? So
This is the second look that Pavi throws her mom after coming in, like, Mama.
Yeah.
And then just silent.
Yeah.
The next thing that Pavi does is like, I can see that there's an extra wrinkle now on your face.
Yeah. Oh,
That happens only when you touch.
One moment where Pavi's mom is asking her dad, like, you think our daughter's a witch? You think we need to do, is there an exorcism needed?
Man, I wish that worked. I would want to try and live a life without OCD to see how good it is, like, or not.
I
but
don't
yeah.
think so, because I think OCD just sounds like you have created a scenario where you feel a little bit in control.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's just you're trying to feel like you're in control.
Yeah.
If you take that mechanism away,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
what's happening?
The
Yeah.
out of control life.
Yeah.
is not fun.
But I mean, that's why they say meds help with that. I'm like, abhi to try karna hai. Like, just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't started it hasn't bumped up that much here now, where people
Yeah.
have that level of awareness, where what sort of medication, how much of
How
medication.
much? And weaning off is tough,
Yeah.
like, because you get used to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my psychiatrist was like, so the medicines that I'll give you will make you more energetic than usual. So just inform your friends so that they're not thrown off by energy. I said, more than usual. Do you know how energetic I already am? I'm already like throwing them off with my energy.
Just calling your manager and be like,
When he
third
said that, I was
show.
just like, oh my god, I can't handle more energy from my body. They're just like, it's so nahi hai, isko either. Like, even in Comicstaan, like, we would chill, no, full night and all, and these people are getting sleepy or whatever. I'm like, party, whatever. And then I'll go and get a Red Bull, and they're like, you do Red Bull, like, 2 baje. Don't even dare. You don't need to, like, throw it, just stop. And like, it was like, I could see legit fear in their eyes that she's going to keep us up for like another 2 hours. Like,
If I was one of your friends and if you're on medication, the next thing I'm doing is calling an intervention. Like, she's on coke, guys.
Yeah.
She's just able to hide it well because of her OCD.
yeah, I look at Ranveer Singh, I'm like, that's okay. Like,
Damn,
what's
dude,
wrong
how
with
long
this?
will Pavitra take to snort coke?
Yeah, just lines.
Making lines, I'm just like, no, I'm sorry. It's not really straight. Oh god.
Yeah, that would be the worst sort of where you meet
Yeah.
your celebrity crush
Yeah.
and that celebrity crush is suddenly making coke lines and you stop him. No, wait.
It's not right.
You're not doing it correctly.
The guy's like, hey, I know this is illegal and whatnot. Oh, that's not the case.
If you want to do something illegal, do it well, no?
Yeah, do it correctly.
Yeah, just angle your nostril to the mirror
Oh, yeah, you're like giving me ideas.
for more efficient suction. Like,
yeah.
like Pavi just taking somebody's
Yeah.
head and just doing this. Now go.
So this is shifting other people like we have a house in Mangalore where my nanny used to stay, and we used to visit every summer vacation. And I used to, in the afternoon, I used to clean up the house. Like, I used to adjust things as per my ways. To just feel like, because everyone's asleep, so I felt like the most active member. So I'm like, now this house is my house.
Yeah.
And then I would adjust everything. And then I went into my mom's room and she was sleeping teda. So I made a parallel to the bed. And then I woke her up and she said, what are you even doing, man? What a fucking weirdo. Like, she's just like, did you just wake me up from my sleep to just make me parallel to the fucking bed?
She wakes up and then she's like, dude, this is haunted, okay? Let's put up a GoPro.
God.
We'll
Yeah.
be able to see a spirit.
Yeah.
And then it's Pavi.
Just moving.
We have paranormal activity going on.
So yeah,
the
I
only-
have done that to other people
Yeah.
as well. But now it's like mostly restricted to myself. Like, but unless you tell me that Pavi clean my cupboard, then I'll be like, now it'll be as per how I want it because you have given me the task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, तू गांड बना तुझे कैसे चीज नहीं फर्क पड़ेगा तूने मेरे को दिया है तो yeah. But otherwise, like, people will be like, no, you don't come to my house. You see my house, you'll go crazy. So no, I don't have to live in your house. I don't have to like deal with this shit. I'll find one corner where my bum will fit.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
find one clean corner. That is okay. So yeah.
You're dirty. I know
Yeah,
that.
that is okay.
That's why I'm
That's
coming to
fine.
meet you for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I have a
that is
beeper on
fine.
my watch. The moment it goes, I'll start walking back.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. It is a thing, yeah. I mean, when you think about it, front row, what's your reaction? You go up on stage, you know, you've just been called up on stage. Front row, people are not sitting properly. Like, there's two seats missing.
Yeah, it's very annoying, but like that I've gotten over. Like sometimes, so like when you're hosting, especially if the front row is not filled, then I try to like ensure through my
Yeah.
OCD I can fix them around. And I say also I have OCD, so I use it as an excuse so that they come ahead. I'll just
Yeah.
be like, please, just do it for my disorder.
Yeah.
Because people just don't come. I'm
Yeah.
like, you paid tickets now, just come and have fun. Like, do it the right way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There
but,
is hesitation that you feel like you're asking, like, when you throw a little bit of food and you're
Yeah.
getting some animal
Yeah.
ahead, it feels like that when you're hosting and you're asking people to, like, I won't buy,
I
don't
won't
worry,
buy. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a trap, come ahead. See, if you don't sit, you become the first row. You have to
yeah.
explain all of it.
But
Yeah, and
this,
then-
I don't mind these people. The people who I hate are the ones who sit in the front row, and then when you start talking to them, they're just like,
No, I'm
Yeah.
not with you guys.
and they won't even like say it in words. Like at least they know, I don't appreciate being talking to. Can you please? Like they just be like. And I'm just like, what is this attitude? And then the moment you start talking to someone else, they have inputs. I'm just, man, I'm just like, क्यों just उनके साथ बात करते हुए तुम्हारा मुंह क्यों खुल रहा है? Like I was like, you didn't want to be spoken to now. You stay quiet now. Now don't try to steal limelight. Like I'm like हम चूते हैं क्या? 5-6 साल से open mic पे mic करे जा रहे हैं ये stage time मिलने के लिए. तुम आके अपने first comedy show में front row में बैठ के limelight steal करोगे. So yeah. I hate
When they do
those.
that now, I love getting the person whom I was like, I love teaming up with that
That
person
person.
and ruining this
Yeah,
person's
yeah,
moment.
yeah,
like
yeah.
you think I will join
You exactly.
for some reason,
Yeah.
and this person is on board,
Yeah,
dude. This
yeah.
member
It's
is
always, yeah.
so now you're fucked, buddy.
Yeah,
now we are
yeah.
friends.
It is a full audience versus that person.
Yeah.
Then like just
And because you see, you've come across so many different crowds and so many different
Yeah.
sorts of people that you know exactly what's happening with this
Yeah.
person's ego in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah.
And
Oh
you're
my
like, oh,
God.
you think you're safe with that thought here? Let me help you out, buddy.
Yeah, like there are most of those people. I'll just be like, okay, I'll try to like make them happy so that
Yeah.
they're happy throughout the show. I don't want anyone upset.
Yeah.
But like someone who's being disrespectful, I'll be like, तू हमारा मूड खराब करने से पहले हम तेरा मूड खराब कर
Yeah.
देंगे. And I just don't want them to do that to anyone in the following like acts as well. So I'm just like, disrespect is where I draw the line. I was just like, then I will show you your place. I don't care. बाकियों का I'll just be like, okay, ठीक है, handle it, humor. But yeah, but when you're like in the first few acts, I still like, I'm like, okay, I don't want to go all out mean
Yeah.
because you can ruin the mood for everyone
Yeah.
later on, and then you just go back home so unsatisfied ki
Yeah.
I didn't tell that bitch that they were a bitch. It's just like, no, they should know. Their parents should not love them. This is not right. Why is oxygen still going through their nostrils? It's just like, I don't know. Stamp on them. My subconscious has done all of it. Then at night,
Subbu, huh?
Sabu.
Then you have that dream, no? With
Yeah,
them.
Sabu's like,
क्या बोला?
yeah, 3 times with the right leg, 3 times with left leg for OCD. So Sabu's taking care of me. Yeah.
One of the worst heckle experiences you've had till now?
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
Yeah. One though I've told you, but yeah, like it was on the store only. There were two really like weird ones. Both men. Surprise, surprise. Just men, women, men. just so annoying that meme. Yeah. But I still like that in the comments. It doesn't feel that hurtful as compared to like हंसना था क्या हंसी घर पे भूल आया and all. I'm like मम्मी से बोल वी फास्ट करा. Like it's just so irritating. Like and you're so tempted to reply, but like you can still online you can still ignore, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, these are faceless people and they'll never come to your shows. But such people came to some of the shows, and I think maybe some of them were like probably Shreya's fans and they were not here for me, so maybe that's why they were lashing out. But it's so weird, like where are you getting the guts, you
Yeah.
tiny little human? Okay, like this guy who, and this happened in Bangalore, which was very shocking because Bangalore audiences are like, they want to throw their bras, panties, everything at you. Like they're just so excited. They're just like, oh my god, a human is talking in front of us and it's funny. What? Just stop it. Like they're just so happy and so like they're CT maroing and they're like clapping super loud. So it's always like amazing. So so when I was performing, it threw me off even more when I got heckled because it's never happened in Bangalore, right? So and that it started only the show started with like a bunch of people were already like trying to overpower the opening act, okay? And they kept saying that, you know, that see, I'll come back to you, let me finish my story, then I'll talk to you. Very sweetly she kept explaining, you know, ki मैं आ रही हूँ आपके पास, थोड़ा chill करो, whatever. And that guy in the front row was also still chabar. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll have to go and do this thing and show them कि हम stage पे है, हम है थोड़ा ऊपर लेवल, माइक हमारे हाथ में है, लाइट हमारे ऊपर है, तो आप क्यों बात कर रहे हो, you know? So like, so थोड़ा I had to like, you know, assert like dominance,
And
so
like
that
get the room back.
yeah, because otherwise people will think this is okay to do. And as much as she said, you know, y'all are speaking to me, it's still fine, don't do this when the... So she has repeated the rules multiple times and they are just being mean. And she also didn't have enough time to like, you know, fix things. Sometimes you just like, you need more time to fix such an audience. So I think she tried like everything that she could do, but they were still being bitches. So I went and I was just obviously I was like, Bangalore mein Delhi ki audience kya kare? Sorry Delhi, but I used you all to like get a cheap laugh. And then this guy started talking back again. So then I'm like, देख तू बोल रहा है ये मेरा रोज का काम है, तो मुझे तुझसे तो बेटर आता है ये करने. You may be good, but I know this better than you. So 5 times I shut him down. And then he's like, okay, he started feeling कि अभी सब everyone is because he kept talking. He thought he's doing this in this very joyful, you know, हम interact करेंगे. And I was like, no, this is not a date, okay? Like this is never going to happen, right? Sabbu and me are very happy together. So he's going on talking, and then like finally, then he started feeling embarrassment because I was getting more claps and everything. And then he quietened down, okay? Then I felt also a little bad to see one grown-up man being all like, oh, and he was all agda tagda, and I was like, okay. So thoda I cheered him up through some jokes. I would point at him and be like, whatever. And then he was also kind of on board only. And then randomly, like it's going really well, the show, one guy from the back is like, joke sunana auntie. And I was just like, what? Okay, just like, what the fucking... Like, right now, I'm thinking, I was so angry. I was just like, like, so I was just like very shocked because, see, it's a different thing if like it's not going well, like I would see it coming. But this is like, it's going superbly well. And I'm like, who is this fucktard who has said this? And somewhere from the back row. So I also was just like, who said it? Okay. Nobody is replying. And I became full class teacher. Okay? I said, who said it? Said, raise your hand now. One person slowly raises and I was like, come to the front row. मेरे को खुद से डर लग रहा था, पता है? मैंने अपने आप को ऐसे like अवस्था में नहीं देखी है. So I'm just like, come to the front row. And he's also like, slowly walking, like, गांड फट रही थी, जल्दी करके आ, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है. Okay, now I had lost all sense of respect because I'm like, you don't like this is proper comment section has come for the show, okay. And then he was some fucking young child, okay, some 21 or something, and I was like, guts you have. Okay, it's a 100-seater, but 100-seater is as big as this room, and you can see people, dude. I'm just like, देखो क्या लग रहा है, like, चश्मा है, but दिखता है मेरे को इतना. And then I obviously was just like, क्या नहीं लगा तुझे funny? Oh, someone, your phone is heckling. Come to the front row. And I can see that the audience की भी फटी है, but सबकी फटी है मेरे से अभी right now because it's just like she's going through something. Okay? And so I was so angry because I was so livid because I just didn't expect it. My cheek was vibrating, okay, like it was just like and I'm like, how do I control this? I don't know how to. And the thing is, I had become fine, little fine, but this is physical reaction. Now I don't know what to do. I can't stand like that. It just looks dumb. Okay, I was like, maybe whatever effect. I was like,
also, like if you put your hand like that, it'll be like you like.
Yeah. क्या अच्छा नहीं लगा तुझे मेरे joke में? And then I'm asking him like the thing is that at that moment I didn't even want to be funny. I just wanted this guy to shit his pants, okay? Because I'm like, this is not okay, and you need to know this, and every fucking person in this room needs to know that this is not okay. Like at that moment, I didn't care how the show will go. Okay, like after me, Shreya was going to close, and I was like, I'm sorry, Shreya, but this I don't care. Like this, I need to like whatever. So then he's like, नहीं कुछ नहीं. I said, क्यों? तब तो तूने रेस किया ना, बोल ना क्या हुआ तुझे, डर लग रहा है तुझे, हाँ यहाँ पे आके बोल, लाइट के सामने बोल ना जो हम कर रहे हैं, तू आके कर, ट्राई कर, आ जा इधर, दिस दैट, एंड आई एम जस्ट बीइंग वेरी लाइक aggressive and everything. And then eventually I was like, so what should we do with you? And then everyone's like, throw him, throw him. Yeah, that's a good thing. Probably we couldn't do that. And he's just looking at me, and I was like, you know what? I won't throw you. You sit here for 1 hour where everyone hates you. Sit in that room. And I was like, get up now, go to the last row and never show me your face again. Okay, and I said, you didn't even say sorry, but you know what? I still say it's okay. And I was like, well, it doesn't make any sense. Again, just like, but fuck you. And then it's okay. And then every joke ka ending, I would tag something to him. Okay, I would just like do callbacks on callback, and people were like clapping the highest at that. So I was like, "Arey, ispe to sabse zyada applause." So I ensured throughout my 30 minutes, like the 25 that was left, I kept it. I did at least 5-6 callbacks to him. One guy was coughing, and I was like, and the opening act was like, don't remove your mask. Abhi COVID khatam hai, whatever. And he coughed again, and I was like, do you want to wear your mask again? And then I said, actually, don't wear. Can you go and cough at the back row? And then I was like, actually, don't. I want him to live through this day for the longest time possible. Don't kill him. He should be alive. I was just going through so much. And the thing was, even though like everything killed that night, but I was performing in such a bad mood. Like I didn't have fun on stage. And in the middle of the show, I actually addressed it. I was like, guys, I know बहुत सब कुछ सही चल रहा है, पर मैं अभी भी बहुत गुस्सा हूँ. So they were like, it's okay, it's okay. And they were being so nice. Like the rest of the audience fully teamed up with me. They're like, it's okay. बहुत मजा. They were being so cute. And that guy was being a bitch. And then the producers told me later on, because they were in the last row. Like his friends were also just like, dude, you're so embarrassing. Why would you do that? And I was like, yes. And I was like, isko apne parents ka pyar nahi mile. I don't know why this is my dua for everyone who I guess.
Because it ruins you forever, no?
Yeah,
That's why.
I'm just like, tujhe tere parents ka pyar nahi milega. Like this is my best comeback to everything as such. But yeah, and again, similarly in Pune, say one guy was just suddenly random. Actually, I have a joke where I talk about how I don't like kids calling me auntie. And he tried to heckle, and then he said auntie. So then, and I was in fact praising him, and I was like, oh, you look younger than your age. And I was trying to do the, you know how you like talk up someone and still do comedy like while talking up. And then he was trying to be very bitchy and like hasi nahi aa rahi or something like rubbish like that. And then I went into like I said, बाकियों को हंसी आ रही है, so they were like, हाँ आ रही है, and then I cracked some other joke and they clapped. So I said, हंसी भी आ रही है और like applause break भी आ रही है, but आपको शर्म नहीं आ रही है. And then everyone lost anything that rhymes. They're just like, whoa, Zakir Khan line. They were so happy that they did. It was too funny. So like just men saying shit like that. Those heckling moments are the worst. But when women heckle, I feel like very heartbroken. Because I'm like, तू मेरी बहन है, हम तो साथ में molest हुए, तो क्यों कर रही है मेरे साथ ये, तुझे दर्द पता है, हम औरतों का.
You're on the same team,
yeah, we're on the same team. So like once, like actually, so this happened back to back, and there was another show where this guy thought he was unintentionally he thought he was being funny, but he was unintentionally like trying to talk about our looks and all, like तुझे लगता है तुझे boyfriend whatever. So and I kept like shutting him down, and he would enjoy someone shutting him down. Like he was enjoying the roast. Okay.
Oh, that was his king.
Yeah, that was his king, and the audience. So I got a lot of laughter from the audience because of those interactions. And throughout, I kept saying, "You're not supposed to interrupt," but he would still he would think that is the game of the show. But the thing is, that audience didn't hear like a good 10 minutes of my material out of 30. So it was just very irritating for me that I've come all the way to like Gujarat and I'm performing 20 minutes instead of 30. So that was annoying. So that happened, and then there was a day where there were two women, and it was their birthday, and I was hosting up top. So I was just like, oh, birthdays, I like to make them feel special, this, and this woman was like being very like straight faced and everything. And I said, why are you all not like enjoying? Are you all okay? Everything fine? This. And then I was like, whatever. Then we had some conversation. And I said, like I always talk myself up also. I'm like, oh, I'm so pretty. I'm so amazing, whatever. And then she said, good joke. Okay, and I was just like, oh my god, like, please. And I was just like, I remember when I told you you looked young for your age. I'm taking it back. Okay, that was a good joke. Okay, and then I left because again I was up top. I would ruin the whole mood, and plus if the whole group which has come. So now if you upset the birthday girl of a
Yeah,
group,
yeah, of
the whole
course.
group is going to be like, "Hum ye pura show chud denge."
Huh.
So then I left it. But then at that day I just like lost it, and then I put up a post saying, you know, they say don't do self-deprecating humor. Or when you say good shit about yourself, you have people who will like, you know, like put you down, and then everyone obviously was like, क्या हुआ हम उनको फोड़ डालेंगे तुम बोल कर
जाएंगे हम लोग गुजरात
anonymous people from my audience who have behaved so badly, and because I put that up, both the person from the Gujarat show and from that show reached out and they apologized and like, oh, this was not our intention, but we realized what we've done and everything, because there were so many comics who were like, तूने नहीं किया क्या कॉमेडी इतने सालों में, देखो पता है दिस इज अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ थिंग्स. आई सेड व्हाई कांट यू चेंज the way of thinking, and this is my way of venting it out. I said it, I felt good कि अभी मैंने बोल दिया, मेरा सब्बू भी was not helping, तो मैंने ऐसे फेंक दिया, and people realized, and so many people messaged, like commented, people started arguing, but when the comic does this, how is it okay? And then I discussed with them and I said, if a comic also gets personal, they're wrong, but there are so many comedians who are not getting personal, they're talking about other things, then it's not, they're like, oh okay, that's the difference. So like just people got educated, and I don't know, I think I put it in the universe, and like people were just better the next few months, and again random bitches came for shows, but
it's like weeding.
So that's the thing, like when back-to-back heckling events happen, you're more ready for the next one, because it doesn't surprise you how horrid humans can be. But when it's been a good patch of 2-3 months where people have been so nice, and suddenly one bitch up is, you're like, अरे वापस लोग कलयुग आ गया क्या वापस? So it's just very like up and down. So
people clarified with their behavior in terms of when it comes to the room, of course you handle it, but the audience also needs to keep that in mind, that you're here for an experience. Everybody is doing their best to give you that experience. Chill with it. And the worst thing you can do is, if a comic has put you down and then your ego gets bruised, so you're trying to do a comeback every time. You think you're going to win now. No, buddy. No, it's not. It's just not going to happen. But it is going to be, I wouldn't say it's a part and parcel, but like you mentioned, it's like a Halley's Comet. You see sometimes, ki, haan, chal, mil gaya. And the more you tour and you get used to it, I think it just, your response gets
better,
evolved with it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that would have felt so good.
Yeah.
To call that guy up ahead to the row.
Oh, man.
After that, I didn't reveal the guy in the front row who we had the back and forth heckle. So I was like, because of you, this guy seemed so much nicer. And he said, मैं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, मैं तो खुश हो गया, ये आपने आपके पूरी energy इसमें डाल दी, अब मैं अच्छा दिख रहा हूँ. So then he became like my pal, where I was just like, your ideal audience member now. This guy isn't.
I've found the other in the
Every time you
spectrum.
think you've hit rock bottom,
Yeah.
it falls over.
You're the new rock bottom.
New rock bottom, yeah. But crazy. Did not even apologize. That was just, I cannot believe, like, proper child, proper child.
Yeah. That's why I like to, like, even when it comes to comics also, like, you see that and then you're like, oh, at least, like, I'm ready to deal with all of your childishness because you have jokes. You know, like, everything else, like, sort of falls apart when a comic has that currency. Like, oh, good jokes?
Yeah.
Okay, then you have, 3 different things wrong with your brain? I'm fine with it.
But all comics have something to wrong with
yes.
because I don't think you can do comedy with a very sorted out brain.
No.
There's a reason we chose comedy.
Yes.
Like there was something wired differently. We're like, ये करते हैं क्या? Living के लिए, like, जाके लोगों
It's the
को
last
हंसाते.
choice that you would take.
Yeah.
It was like it was first for us.
I always feel like comics are the people who have like, we are all on the train to the train to insanity, and comics got off 2 stations before the last station.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you're like, अरे तू भी उतर गया? कुछ है क्या यहाँ पे? कुछ करते हैं क्या?
And all the insane people are like, मैंने सोचा खाली हो जाएगा, अभी तो खाली नहीं हुआ.
यहाँ पे दारू मिल रहा था इसलिए उतर गए. Just,
You had a day job, na? For some time, I've had a day
Yeah.
job. He's had a
Yeah.
day job as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
When you start doing comedy full time, the last couple of days or months when you're contemplating that decision of all right, I'm going to make that jump now.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? The last couple of months of that safety thing being
Yeah.
there and. See, at the end of the day, you're trying to tell people, I'm going to tell jokes for a living, make people laugh, and earn money out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that
is
sounds like
true.
a very bad joke.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very bad joke. So, how was that like for you
Yeah.
and your parents?
For me, actually, like, so I was in IT for 7 years,
Yeah.
and I started doing comedy alongside in the last 2 years of those 7 years. And so, which is why I couldn't do as much as I liked. Also, when I started comedy, we used to have like one open mic a month. which
2014?
is- I can't remember the year, but it's been
14,
like 6.5
yeah.
years now or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
around,
14, 15,
yeah.
I think you'd
So
start.
basically, like the other open mics to get filled up because there are 100 people waiting in the day free to register, and
Yeah.
I am at work coding.
Yes.
Yeah.
इस बीच में हो गया खत्म. So I could only apply
The
to
only
women
way out
open
is you
mics.
write code.
Yeah, I was like,
gets-
write code that would register a spot for me. So I would only get spots in the women's open mic because that too, even if after 10 days there would only be 5 people who
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
register. 5 is also good. On a good day, we would have 5 people. So that was the only thing. And once a month that would happen. And I would invite all my friends, and usme se 15-20 people would come up, like show up. So I would write 5 new minutes every month because I was like, I have to show something new to my friends.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a very good system
That's
of like writing like a lot of material.
Dude, I've never heard that because a lot of comics are afraid to call their
So
friends
now I
to
don't
open
like.
mics.
Earlier, I thought it was like fun, that because at that time it was more like elocution to me. Like
Okay.
stand up wasn't like stand up.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, I didn't have friends in the circuit. Right? I just started, but then I started making friends. The people started offering more spots.
Yeah.
Then coordinating with so many people on a daily basis became tough. Like once a month, it was fun for me.
Yeah.
Like okay, we'll do a show. Uske baad we'll go for dinner. It was like a whole thing. But now I couldn't do the same thing again and again.
Correct.
And plus, because the spots became so frequent, I couldn't write so much new material along with the day job. So I was like, okay, I'll have to call these people who did not watch. So it was too much. And I said, now you'll stop coming. And then also, you develop a style which is little bit. There is a difference between your online version, offline version. You exaggerate the truth, and your friends know your truth, so you
Yeah.
can't exaggerate. Then you want to do crowd work. How do you do crowd work with people you already
Correct.
know? So then now even I do not like my
Yeah.
friends in the audience, and my friends, some of them have this bad habit of they want to surprise, and I'm like I go blank when I see them, and then sitting in the front. So even if
Yeah.
they do come, I call them for like shows that are sold out and where they're sitting at the back, so I can forget for a few minutes that they're not there, because otherwise I'm performing and I'm like, are they enjoying? I have to do my best bits. I can't try my new bits today even though I wanted to. And like I'm just constantly like thinking, are they going to judge? Are they going to this? And because like my friends know okay how bad my Hindi is, or they'll make fun of my Hindi. But when I perform on stage, I have said those same Hindi lines while having a bath like 100 times that it is muscle memory.
Yeah.
So my audience doesn't know that's my weak point. But when I am talking on stage, knowing that they are in the back, I'm like, they're judging my Hindi right now. I'm saying, and I have fumbled because I'm just like, so I'm so in my head. So even if the performance has gone well, I've not enjoyed it. It's like, it's just that, are they laughing? I can't hear them laugh. Usually
Yeah.
they laugh louder than this. And because they are also viewing you not just as a comic, they're like, oh, my friend is saying this line. And it's like,
Yeah.
so they're also not laughing, like they're laughing through a different lens. And I'm performing through a different lens. And it's
Yeah.
just very like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want this.
Two storylines colliding is a very weird thing to process in your head.
Yeah, and they're like, why is it so? We are just coming to support this, that, and all of that. And I'm like, what if
It's
I
not
come
my
to
side
your
of the story.
workplace and just stare at you while you're working? क्या phone उठाता है यार? Like, क्या बात करता है अपने clients के साथ? It's just weird. It's
Yeah.
just you feel conscious. So they're like, okay, fine. Like it just became like this whole thing. And then I started putting on my stories. Everyone invited except my friends. Please do not buy tickets. I cannot have this. Like it's just, Yeah, like one Andheri show, which was a part of our tour only, Shreya and I were doing. And like in Bombay and Delhi, we did like 9 days. So we did multiple like venues as a part of the tour. And we had sold like that place had 30 ka seating. We sold some 24, 25. उसमें से some 16 were my friends and I didn't know they came. All of them have like a prize except for one group of friends, and I was just like, so first I told Shreya, यार मेरे इतने दोस्त आ रहे हैं, I'm already conscious. इतना तो ठीक है पवी, अब तुझे तूने ही दोस्त बना. Then she reached and she's like, these are those people. I said, no, these are new set of people. She's like, oh shit, okay. But no worries, it's fine. There are at least half of the audience is still not. And more people, I said, oh God, more people are new. She's like, yeah, this is very weird. I would not perform. I would go back home if I were you. And then Mohammed Hussain is coming. He's like, bro, how are you doing this show? I'm feeling weird perform. I feel like it's a birthday party and I'm performing at your birthday party. I'm like, why would I perform at my birthday party for my friends? Like, this is just so weird. So, yeah, like now even I don't like friends out there. But, yeah, I went from the question so far.
That's okay.
But yeah, but I was very like careful about it. Like I saved up money for like the next 6 months. Like I said, this is minimum standard of living ke liye I need this much. I saved at least that much. Said I have my PF. वो तोड़ सकते हैं, तो I know I can do 6 more months आराम से. And then I was very like I kept a target कि हर महीने इतना I should try to make. And I ensured like the last 3 months I was making through comedy as much almost as like what I was making at Deloitte. So I was very like calculative because also I was much older. Like I didn't start comedy when I was young. Like so many people have started when they're 18 and 19 and like we've done practically around like kids all the time.
Yeah. It feels weird.
I forget that I am 33 sometimes. I'm just like, oh, I'm like, what? I'm 33. Like I say it on stage, it's like, fuck, dude, I'm 33 and I'm just not able to like. So yeah, so like I was like, I have to. And also my parents were just like, my dad and my brother were just like, we were always like, how is she sitting at a desk? This is not meant for her. She should do something else. My mom also saw that, but she was very like, money ka kya and all of that. So I was like, I have not asked y'all for money. I will not continue to not asking. Nothing in your life is changing. So she's like, okay. And I started giving her all the, like earlier, like when you used to do stand-up gigs, like, they would give you checks instead of like money transfers. So I started giving her the checks to deposit so that she was like, "Arey, itna baat karne ka itna paisa milta hai." And I was like,
Subtle hint.
Bitches. And then like that's what like paisa actually like gave her that comfort ki okay, there is money in this. And then fortunately writing work also came in, which was alternate source of income. And now writing pretty much is something that fuels my passion, that is stand-up comedy. No, but yeah, so that was, I was very like extra careful. I was very like calculative. So my last month at work, I was just like, freedom. And then now also randomly I'm like, अगर comedy में नहीं चला तो क्या था वो code का syntax, okay, LR underscore this, that. I start with my family को बात and I'm just like, मेरे को याद है क्या? But I have saved all those documents just in case I have to brush it up to go back into IT. But yeah.
Oh man, that sudden burst of anxiety of will it happen or not is so acute in 25 to 35 ka age bracket. I feel.
Yeah, you just start imagining alternate careers sometimes. That happens with me.
Yeah, like I too have thought ki Sangeet choreography. I've done so many friends ka. Sangeet hosting again. I've done so many friends. I think my friends have really ensured my skill set has expanded.
You don't feel weird like hosting Sangeet ceremony?
Like I'm not doing any of my stand-up. So because I know them so well, I curate and theme and write jokes accordingly. So I'll
only
bring
for
their
friends, you know.
Yeah, only friends. So other people have like reached out, budget has never worked out. I was like, मैं इतना दूर जाके इंडियन कपड़ा पहन के अगर कॉमेडी कर रही हूँ तो पैसे दो मुझे. मैं 2 लेवल पे अनकंफर्टेबल हो रही हूँ तुम्हारे लिए, तुम दो मुझे पैसे. So
if you want a Karan Johar stand-up fantasy,
then you give. But yeah, so that comes very naturally. Like if you're hosting for your friends, like bachelorette party, games, I enjoy all of that. So I'm like, yeah, IT नहीं तो ये सब तो I'll do only like bakchodi. So
You do end up feeling like that. Like after a certain point of time, you make peace with the anxiety and you realize, no, you have a skill set.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
You just have to make the connection to the money pipe.
Yeah.
That's it. You have the skill
Where is
set.
the
Yeah.
money back?
You just need the customer now. Like,
It's
that's
blocked with the cash that is supposed to reach you. The cash is only not letting other cash come out. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, our ambition is the drain X.
Yeah,
Like, hey, clear it up.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool, yeah. You've been at it for some time and making that switch with Comicstaan. I mean, having, however, like I've heard it from everyone. Like the show is pretty demanding. It's quite an experience.
Yeah.
But it's so nice to see you come out of the other end well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's very difficult because any opportunity you throw a subset of people at that opportunity, people are going to drop on the other end in different places.
Correct. Yeah.
You can't, as much as you would like to dictate that it all pans out, it's not going to work out that way.
Yeah. Yeah, and for us, we had like pandemic also in the middle
Oh, yeah.
of all of Comicstaan. Like we were just fortunate that the 8 of us got along well because we had no other option also because like usual Comicstaan you could also interact with other Mumbai comedians and while you were at mics.
Yeah.
But because of the pandemic, we were only allowed to do the mics that Comicstaan arranged for us and only 8 of us, all of us COVID tested, our audience is COVID tested. So we got limited mics to practice at and we were only put like locked in that hotel together and like fortunately we enjoyed each other's company and we liked each other and even if at the start I would be like, I don't know if I'll get along with this person. Then we were like so much with each other. I was like, I guess I like you also. Like, fine, we'll become besties.
It was reverse Big Boss then. In your
full
case.
reverse Big Boss. That's what we say. It's like cousins that meet in summer vacation. They've come from like different cities and they're like, Abhi, Dadaji ka favorite. Dadaji is the judges. Ki unka favorite kaun banega? Like, kisko denge wo chicken leg piece? Like, it's that, basically. That, and all the mentors are our different parents. Like, just sets of parents. So.
Another battle for parental validation. What the hell? 2 sets of parents to win over.
Yeah, so that it was fun. Like we enjoyed. Good friendship came out. Good comedic skills came out. Good confidence. Yeah, I think I just got a little more confident than usual, and I think you just understand your goals from comedy better. Like now, I just set very month-wise goals for myself for comedy. Like बीच में मुझे suddenly comedy boring लगने लग गई and I'm like I don't want to not enjoy the craft so I'm just like I have to ensure I have fun so forget writing new material, forget delivery, forget all the rules of comedy. I'm just going to stress on having fun. And then I just started doing that and अपने आप material लिख दिया, अपने आप I did like discovered a little different delivery style that works for me. So like sometimes things, other goals get achieved when you focus on one thing because you can't think of 5 things at the same time. But when you focus on one, others also simultaneously get whatever achieved alongside. So it was just, that also I kind of like learn to streamline better and Subbu also like he mentored us. He gave us very like comedy therapy, very like
yeah, even he had a similar story, na? He was working for a really long time.
Yeah. All of like I think so many comics have like worked in mostly engineers only who have left everything and come here and it was good. Like each person brought a very different energy, all the mentors and kuch alag har ek se seekha. So it was good fun. Like
I like seeing all of those people. If I were, it's very rare now. A couple of years ago, pre-pandemic, you could see Biswa, Kannan and whatnot come to a couple of shows also. But whenever like it's interesting to see how your perception of that person keeps on evolving with time also. Where you are able to see कि हाँ भाई ये लोग इंसान भी है, but these are the small things that they have learnt in terms of how to not lose your shit, what to remember in terms of just you have to just remind yourself, as you said, like have fun. Otherwise you overload, you run too many simulations in your head and it doesn't.
And sometimes too many toxic green room conversations can really affect your mojo on
Yeah.
stage. Like
It's like having
being
two
like, this can be hacky, this is so that, and I'm just like, like there are some things which are reactions to think as a human you react a certain
Yeah.
way. It's not
Yeah.
even hacky. It's
Yeah.
just that forget me, an audience member would also react to
Yeah.
it like that. And if just not reacting that way because it's hacky, but you're not being true to yourself because
Yeah.
that is your original reaction.
Yeah.
So like to tune out sometimes just like comics POV on things, and sometimes just like so many rooms you have comics sitting at the back
end,
and it makes me conscious because I'm like, oh shit, yesterday also they heard the same jokes. Like you don't want your audience to
Yeah.
hear the same jokes, right? So sometimes I take that random pressure and I was like, I'm not performing for comics, I'm performing for the audiences. Like they are not going to sit and be like, what a premise, what a punchline, what
Yeah.
a setup.
Yeah.
They're just going to be like hase ya na hase. Like that is comedy to them. Like did I laugh or did I not? And then when I make it that simple, it just feels that simple to perform. Like
Yeah.
then complicating everything. कि इसमें ये है, वो
Then it's
है.
not a to-do list.
Yeah, it's not a to-do
Yeah.
list as sure. Obviously, like, you have to evaluate your comedy. You have to go through that. But
That comes later.
yeah,
no?
later. But you don't have to put that pressure always on you. Once in a while, take that pressure and just be like, this set can become better. Or why is this set not working? Or it has to go on YouTube. Let me add something more to it so that it has that extra punch. But otherwise, just have fun. Like how we used to do it, like way back then.
Yeah.
We were doing it. Nobody was doing it for money.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing it for fun. And I just felt like, oh, certain we could say so much shit. Like it was so much more fun back then because
It was.
of that.
It was a lot. The start of me starting out in stand-up was way more fun
Yeah.
than what it feels now. It's like the
So many milestones now
Yeah,
we
yes.
get, like this many minutes ka spot to
Yes.
this many minutes ka spot. Oh, performed with this one on
Yes.
lineup.
Yeah.
This one on lineup said this on to me. Like just so many
Felt
of those.
nice.
Like first sold out show, first 100-seater, first what. Now you've pretty much covered so many combinations of your milestones. You're like, okay, what's going to excite me like this
Yeah.
again? Like, I mean, sometimes obviously the show's reaction excites you, but it's like, हाँ ठीक है, ये हुआ है पहले, ये भी अच्छा हुआ है. You
Yeah.
know, it's just.
it irritated me a lot when I started focusing on that mixing the business part with like how to convert this into a business. The first
Yeah.
couple of like I was just going insane with it because
Yeah.
it feels less fun because it
Yeah.
comes with so much different baggage,
Yeah,
extra baggage like oh will it, won't it, where record, what,
Yeah.
when to release, what to
Yeah.
put, blah blah blah. It's
Yeah.
all
Because
just-
now you have expectations from your material other than the laugh.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that sort of
Yeah,
is not what
yeah.
the joke was for.
Yeah,
was for.
yeah. And like just the lens with which you see it, like corporate gigs would always like make me very scared, more anxious than usual because one, there's such a big amount attached to it, so you
Yeah.
feel like this like undying need to like prove yourself, and secondly like it has to be fully clean, like no can't use any of your best material basically.
Yeah.
And so then I was just like, and the thing is, everyone's like, "Okay, you've been in corporate, you should know so much more." But sometimes the thing that you've lived the most or you want to write the most about, those you feel like all your jokes are unsatisfactory,
Yeah.
or it feels like this is so first thought to you,
Yeah.
but to other people it's not. Like, but it feels so first thought to you that you reject it because it's not making you laugh, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so then I was just like, okay, I need to figure how to have fun at a corporate show. Like, what would I enjoy if I was sitting? And I know that, okay, like, top performers, if they got roasted, I would enjoy. If leadership got roasted, I would enjoy. So then I started writing like that, and then like I actually had so much fun at like my previous corporate show. Like I could see all the other employees being like, yeah,
Yes. Yes.
so that like I felt happy. So I just felt like, yeah, if you just see how fun will actually solve
Yes.
most of the issues. Like it's
A
just-
lot of issues, man.
like it's just we've forgotten to have
Yeah.
fun on
Yeah.
stage. It's just like robos sometimes just like
Plug in
okay, bye.
punchline here.
Yeah. Like, and that's why sometimes itna muscle memory hua hai ki you pause or so nahi, yeah, see, okay, I guess 2 seconds over, okay. Like, it's just so like mechanical sometimes. Obviously, it's great to have muscle memory because things can throw you off. You can just suddenly zone out.
Yeah.
You've not eaten well that day. You're like, oh, sugar to kab lag raha hai. Oh, what? Like
Yeah.
in your head, Sabbu
It's
and you
there.
are talking
True.
so much,
True,
but
true.
like the performance is still going on. So thank you, Masu memory also. But
And whenever I've gone for a corporate show, I've done very few. I think mine would be like amongst the lowest in the scene. I saw like it's like an eclipse, lunar eclipse. Sometimes you see. But I always feel like whenever I'm given this whole thing about don't do this. I always feel like asking, okay, when do you guys laugh here? Is when this fellow is behind that cubicle and he's pointing at somebody and saying, "ये कितना चूतिया है मालूम है?" Like क्या किया ये? Attachment बिना attachment का mail भेजा है तेरे को मालूम है? So that is where you're having fun. In that whole location, that is where you're having fun.
They want a chai break basically with a comedian. Like it's just that. So take the fear out of it, instill it with fun. But फिर भी अभी भी थोड़ी लगेगी, डर तो लगेगा ही, but at least you have like
now you have an out.
An out to it, so it's quite fun. Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty excited to see how this whole thing is going to just pan out also, because as you said, on Comicstaan you met a lot of people, and before also when you had started, you make a couple of friends, like comic friends, somebody whose material you like, somebody whose journey you're like, hey man, like,
and we've learned from each other. Like we've watched each other and learned. Like I did not, like I still haven't watched too many comics abroad, or I don't know, for some reason that when I watch so much live कॉमेडी तो मुझे घर जाके वापस यूट्यूब पे कॉमेडी नहीं देखना है, मुझे ओवरडोज लगता है. एंड समटाइम्स नींद में देखते देखते मेरे को लगता है किसी और का थॉट मैं सब विल कॉपी इट एंड देन आई विल गो एंड से नेक्स्ट डे कैसे कि खुद का जोक है, लाइक ये तो प्लेजर है. सो आई जस्ट गेट वेरी लाइक आई वांट टू वॉच कॉमेडी व्हेन आई एम वेरी अवेक मोस्टली. बट हाउ मच आई हैव जस्ट सीन, ओके क्राउड में डिप, ओके हाउ डिड दिस पर्सन हैंडल, लाइक इट्स लिटरली वी हैव लर्नड ऑन द जॉब.
Oh yes,
crazy.
It's fun to see. I have a recommendation also. This will just go for everyone, but I don't know if you've seen this comic called Phil Hanley.
The dyslexic comic.
Fun crowd work.
He has one crowd work where he'll be like, any teachers in the audience, and then he'll just, and I'm like, he's using this one thing to find a teacher, and I'm like, how many different permutation combinations can he have a reaction to this? Like, but every single time, like I've seen at least 10 videos where he'll just be like, how many teachers? Just like, वापस teacher, वापस dyslexia, but वापस इतने नए jokes. Like, just on the fact that he's talking about his, like I know there's one whole joke about his teacher and dyslexia, but the up top interaction that he starts.
How he starts it, no?
Always new, dude. That's crazy, because once you've done crowd work, like every time I meet a couple, no matter what question I ask, it goes to an answer which I've heard before, and I have given a funny crowd work reaction, and I will remember that, and I'm like, it's my only reply. No, I can say it again. It feels little inauthentic कि ये मैंने पहले किसी और couple को भी बोला है, but it is funny and it's now my joke, so I will say it again. Like my tendency goes to repeating what I have only said instead of thinking of a new reply. But then I see Phil and I'm like, क्या अच्छा काम कर रहा है. हरामी इंसान, seriously हरामी.
But when I see that, I get very excited to see how a lot of people whom I like and admire to watch, like after this also, how would watching Pavitra be like 5 years from now? Like how much more sharper and better would the crowd work be? Or, you know, what's the new level of the game? Like that's the best thing about the job that we choose is, it's as long as we don't choose to retire,
we can get better.
It just
hopefully we will get better and not worse.
Otherwise the next episode
she's taking 10 more minutes to get to the stage with a walking stick.
If I get that old, I'm just telling them to drop me. Drop me. I'll come from the light section, just descend down and then lift me up.
J-Spot has those different lights. In every section say one comic will drop. From the blue lights we have Gaurav, yellow lights Noel, and Pavitra from pink.
There'll be one giant wheel.
They
just shift the comedian.
We're just all sitting on stage. We're giving clapping. We used to do this in comics. And because we'd heard each other's sets so much, and we know exactly कहाँ पे laugh आता है, कहाँ पे applause break आता है, तो हमारा like applause thing had also gotten muscle memory.
Yeah.
So agar like the audience is not warmed in the first few sets, no, so we would start the applause. Okay, so we are teaching the audience, karo ye अच्छा joke hai. इसको मिलना चाहिए हंसी. And then I think Zakir or Kenny noticed it. We're like, we saw how you all support each other. थोड़ा तो competition रखो.
then we should tell them we've seen you guys also before. ये तुम लोग ही बताया, ठीक है?
Yeah. like, अरे उनको नहीं आ रहा था ठीक से, हम कर रहे हैं like अच्छे से इनको सिखा रहे हैं. तो because also the audience is also so conscious with light, camera.
Correct,
It's not a usual setup.
It's
The
not.
whole audience is lit up. They also feel some kind of pressure. They have to give a score also. They're suddenly feeling little more powerful. लेकिन उनको थोड़ा तो सिखाना पड़ेगा. थोड़ा help तो
नहीं,
करना
plus like now
पड़ेगा.
they know they are on camera.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you know,
quite
that's
weird.
just-
So, and not only just from the back, like in recording like YouTube videos,
Yeah.
their front is
Yeah,
also
yeah.
coming.
Exactly. Their reaction
and
is being
close-up
taped.
shots,
Yeah.
like it's quite crazy. But those are very fun. Like there were some relationship jokes that I did in Comicstaan, and this audience, I remember she'd come with her boyfriend, and I was speaking about like ex-boyfriends and all, and then she messaged, she's like, you won't believe it, when you were doing this joke, he was sitting next to me, and I thought, what if this is me a few months later? And when the show had come out, he had become her ex. She's like, तो सही बोली है, तब भी सुन लेना चाहिए था. And I'm just like, man, this is such like internal Comicstaan jokes which only we will get. Only we will appreciate. But yeah, some like of the interactions are wholesome on
Yeah.
Instagram. Like it makes up for all the shitty things as well.
Yeah.
So-
It does, because you don't have a recourse to it. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
reason why we are doing this podcast also.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like, most of the interaction is nice with people. Like, hey, we like this guest, we like the conversation, and then suddenly somebody like, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, you exist. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll go the Pavi route. From now onwards, whenever I find a troll, I'll just comment like, तेरा माँ बाप का प्यार नहीं मिलेगा.
Yeah. There's that one person who like this, then your parents will live forever. I am opposite. like this, your parents will not love you like, ever.
Oh
But,
man,
yeah.
this was pretty cool. Thanks a lot, Pavi. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've spoken a lot and we've spoken before also, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you've got a long day ahead of you.
No
But
worries, this was fun.
it was really nice to talk. This is basically why we do the podcast also. It's
Yeah.
very enjoyable to talk shop
Yeah.
with somebody whose work you like.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite. It's somebody's work you don't like, and then it's fucking
Have you
torturous.
done some of those?
No,
Which
not yet.
episodes are those?
Not
I
yet.
will watch those only.
But definitely
You will be the मेरे को मामा का घर वैसे भी नहीं मिल रहा है.
Yeah.
yeah, that's when I see the comment from Pavi, I'm like, hey, yeah, you chose the right episode, Pavitra.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to plug? Where can people follow you? Of course, your materials on you.
Yeah, on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Amazon Prime.
Comicstaan season 3. Only watch my bits.
Yeah.
Fuck those other 7.
Yeah. They're terrible people.
Talentless fucker. Just whatevs. Like, ew. Like, was that even a competition? Like, competition with competition hona chahiye. I love you, 7 of y'all. Please invite me to your birthday parties and weddings.
She'll compare.
Yeah, I'll do Sangeet hosting and Sangeet choreography. But yeah, no, you can follow me at Pavi212, PAVI212 on Instagram. And वहाँ पे you'll get links to all my Twitter
Live
and live shows and my email ID if you want to send Zara vouchers. Yeah.
Specifically Zara.
Zara.
Don't be a cheapskate.
H&M will also do. Thank you very much.
Let's leave it on that. If you get extra H&M, throw some
either.
neutral, whatever neutral is there.
Dude, I pick up from the men's section in H&M by the
Yeah.
way, and like so
That's
does
why I'm not
Shanky.
getting stuff.
When Shanky came to Bombay to perform, everyone started telling him, "Tu Pavitra ke kapde kyun pehn?" I was like, I love him. I wasn't blame, but he was. So I guess I pulled it off better than you. So, yeah.
Hey, Shanky, maybe try out the other section, all right?
Yeah. Crazy.
That's pretty cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the episode. if you've
Say
liked
bye
it,
to all cameras.
yeah. If you've liked the episode, please share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Please follow Pavi and check her out live. That's it.
Follow Noel and Gaurav as well. All cameras, more cameras.
Yeah, there's more. We have CCTV footage
There's
also,
always
From
more
Calcutta.
camera.
which we'll release on our Patreon account.
Bye-bye.
Just random CCTV footage.
Yeah.
All the voyeurs are, please give your money. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Fun.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We've spoken for 1 hour 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, it just
So
feels
good,
like
yeah.
all-
Hey, we've got...